My name is Seth Ring, and I am a media trainer and producer at Metro East Community Media. I have picked a media trainer slash producer or a teacher as a profession. I've worn a lot of hats. I've been a biologist. I've been a lot of different things. But I keep gravitating back to teaching because I feel like it's such a rewarding experience. I really love seeing somebody go from zero to some skill level that they never thought they would be able to achieve. As a producer, I produce because I feel like film and video has a ton of influence on people. We don't think about it enough, but I watch. How many car commercials do you see out there that say buy a car, or cereal commercials that say, buy this sugary cereal? We don't see enough programming that says, hey, be nice to your neighbor, or go plant a garden, or do something good for your community. And that has an impact on our society. So as a producer, I am trying to produce material that sends out a different message than we're used to hearing from television. As a trainer at Metro East, I take people of really a large scale of skill level. There's some people that have no past media experience, and then there's people that come in, they're just coming in for a class on Final Cut because they want to learn it, and they have all this other experience. My job is to take that spectrum and get people what they need in terms of learning how to use camera equipment, learning how to use sound equipment, lights, if they're going to do something in the studio. I am a channel to direct them towards what they want to do, what kind of show they want to make. Community media is about getting out the message of the community or the message of the individual, telling their story. And so my job is to train them so they can do that effectively, and the quality of the product they make, the video they make, or if it's a photo they take, is good, so that people will pay attention to it. As a producer, my job is to make something snappy and snazzy so people enjoy watching it. I have to think about who my audience is and what kind of information I want to convey. I also have to think about how long of a piece it needs to be. I need to make sure that it's something that will grab people's attention and it will get the message across very clearly of whoever we're working with. We work with a lot of nonprofits, we work with the city. We want to be able to get whatever message they want conveyed across quickly, clearly, and in a way that's really compelling, so people are interested in either pursuing that message or it's something that really hits home with them. The goals of the training program are to, it's sort of like the will of the people. We want people to be able to, tell their story or reach out to the community, and we want the technical quality of the video product to be good. We want people to have good sound, to have a good lighting setup like we have here, to make sure that things are in focus with their camera. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're okay, it's like, our number one goal is not technical quality. Our number one goal is people having a voice so they can get it out, right? But we want people to feel comfortable with the equipment, like they can use it. We want people to feel like they're very well supported, and we want them to feel like they have access to professional gear, stuff that people in the industry are using. What's unique about our program is, a semester at college nowadays easily, if say it's a semester at community college, could easily be $1,000, To come here, it costs $25 a year to take as many classes as you want. And it costs $50 a year to check out as much equipment as you want. So what's unique about us is accessibility. We also offer the opportunity to volunteer off time so you can do that. So accessibility is really critical. We serve a lot of what's called HUG, historically underrepresented groups, people that don't have access to this type of equipment and never would due to limitations of money. So that's what's unique about us. I also think that we're non-commercial, and that's really critical. We're not trying to make ratings. We're not trying to make money off of what people are creating. We are trying to get people an opportunity to have their own individual voice come out, which is not always what happens on network TV. I juggle multiple roles by keeping a calendar first. That's, you know, I figure I have 40 hours a week, and I fill it up with, you know, my first priority is I'm trying to help volunteers. I want to get volunteers that are ready to rock and roll when it comes to producing video or photography, or if we're doing a podcast. I want people to feel confident and comfortable and excited about this. So that's my first priority, and then I try and weave as much stuff together as I can. So if we have a filming opportunity, I try and incorporate volunteers into it if I can, because it's helpful to me. I have crew, and it's helpful to them. They get hands-on opportunities. So that's one of the biggest things, is I sort of interweave opportunities so that we get multiple products out of it. Well, outside of Metro East, I'm doing some of my own film work. I'm working on a project about a female rancher back in the, you know, she was a rancher back in the 1930 through, or 1930-ish through 1970s, I think. She ran her own dairy as an 1,100 acre farm. So I'm working on a documentary about her with my wife. I also love to garden. I love to bike. I bike home from work sometimes. We like to backpack, like to go to the beach, like spending time with friends. So outside of Metro East, I try to live a balanced life, and you know, I spend a lot of time on electronics at work. I try and back down off of that a little bit if I can at home, you know, read some more or do something outside rather than be in front of a computer. I'm really proud of, actually I'm really proud of something I produced here at Metro East. It was this film called Pow Girls. There's a camp, it's for the Portland, Oregon Women's Film Festival. There's a camp that we had where we had all these girls come in and learn about filmmaking. The statistics are that only about 5% of Hollywood directors are women. And I felt really good being able to produce that film. It ended up going to the Portland Film Festival, and they accepted it. So it felt like, you know, I'm a guy, you know, but I had the chance to sort of to make a fun film about what these girls were doing, so that that idea could get out there. And I've had the chance to, and I was also able to sort of like help train them sometimes. So it feels really good to be able to use the medium of film to get a message out. And I thought it was a pretty powerful message. And at the same time, I'm helping train these girls too. And it just feels like, it feels great to have that direct of an influence on the destiny of the demographics of who's making video and film. One personal strength that I find really helpful in my teaching is humor. I feel like my best teachers were funny people, and or entertaining. You know, part of the difficulty with teaching is keeping your audience's attention. You have to be a good sort of orator at the same time that you have to be able to convey information clearly. So one of my big strengths that I bring is I'm pretty animated and I'm pretty goofy, and I do it on purpose. I ham it up plenty because I want people to enjoy what they're doing and come back to it. That's my goal, is like I want to hook them and then get them to keep coming back. And I do that a lot by just kind of levity and having fun. My goal has been to use film as a method of communication about social and environmental concepts that are really pressing. And that's sort of why I chose the route I did. I came here because I love teaching and I love working with film, and it allows me to get out social concepts. It allows me to teach people, and it makes me a better filmmaker. If I could describe Metro East community media in one word: community.